Infertility is really relatively simple. It's definitely consuming of all of your energy if you experience it, and it's certainly a very emotional time. But the actual components of infertility are pretty simple. Either you don't produce an egg, that's one. You maybe have a blockage somewhere in the fallopian tube or the tube that goes from the ovary to the uterus. Metabolic reasons such as diabetes, hypertension, thyroid. There's a problem with your partner or the male, or there could be some sort of an immune response where you don't mix with the semen of your partner or the egg itself. The first thing we need to do is determine whether or not you're producing an egg or you're not producing an egg. If you're not, we need to figure out those problems that occur that are making you not produce it and fix them if we can. Or we need to give you medications to help you produce an egg. If we do those medications, it's important that you know that we have to monitor you very closely, because if we produce too many eggs or too large of an egg, that can cause you problems. In order to determine if you have a blockage in your fallopian tubes, we do a test called hysterosalpingogram. Now that's doctor talk for shooting a little bit of dye in the uterus and seeing if it goes through the tubes. Or we can actually do laparoscopy, where we put a little camera inside your belly, and that camera identifies while we shoot the dye through your uterus and sees whether or not the dye comes through the outside of the tubes. If you are having a problem with the male, that's a simple one as well. At least for a woman, all you have to do is send your husband to get a semen analysis. The last part of infertility is probably the most depressing part, but a part that happens nonetheless, in that we don't always know why people can't get pregnant. And sometimes people can't get pregnant for many years, and then they do get pregnant, and sometimes they never get pregnant at all. What we call that is idiopathic or unexplained infertility. It's only important that I tell you that because many doctors will communicate to you and say, I'm not sure why you have infertility, but I think it's idiopathic. And now you know that that's just something that we can't explain.